Indians. Today's topic is Roman numerals. So, as I am pretty sure that you have studied this topic in class 5th also. You have studied how to symbolize these Roman numerals. Okay, so let's talk about it. So, what's new in this class 6th? So, in this class, we are going to study the rules of Roman numerals and its pattern. Okay, so let's see. So as in maths we are studying numbers. So which are the basic numbers? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, these numbers we are dealing with this. Okay, in maths. So these numbers are what? Hindu-Arabic numerals. Okay. Which numbers we are using? Hindu-Arabic numerals. So in ancient times there is another, so many systems are there. Okay, so one of the system is Roman numerals. In ancient times Roman numerals are used in the form of clocks we use, or they use, as we are writing the classes in timetables in the form of Romans. Okay, also they are using this Roman numeral in the form of dates written on buildings nowadays. Okay, so let's talk about it. What is it? So as we know that in Hindu-Arabic numeration is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, in Roman numerals there are only 7 symbols that are, see here. This is about Hindu-Arabic numeration 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In Roman numerals there are only 7 symbols: I, V, X, L, C, D and M. Okay, so these symbols has no zero and no place values. Okay, so this is the basic rule. Starting with the rules, firstly the basic rule for Roman numerals is that in Roman numerals there is no zero and no place values, and only repetition of it, in this only repetition of symbols is there. Okay, so starting with the first rule, that is repetition of Roman numerals means addition. This is first rule. So in this, what this rule says that, for example, if we have taken 3i, I, that in this 1i means 1. Okay, you know very well, 1 I means 1, second I means 1, third I means 1. I means 1 basically. So if we add this 3, 1, we get 3. Okay, so 3 i's in this, each one we add and we get 3. So this Roman numeral is written as 3 in Hindu-Arabic numeration. Okay, now let's take another example, that is XX. One x means 10, other x also means 10. So we add this 10, 10, we get 20. So this XX represents 20. Okay, so similarly we use 3 times x, that is nothing but 10 plus 10 plus 10, that means 30. What about 4 times? What about 4 times x? It is valid or not? That is your second rule, that is repetition is not allowed more than 3 times. Okay, for example, that is 4 times x is meaningless. Okay, we can't use more than 3 times any symbol. Also in this, symbols V, L and D cannot be repeated. Okay, cannot be these three symbols cannot be repeated more than 1 time. Okay, for example, if we write VV 2 times, it is meaningless. We can't symbolize it in Hindu-Arabic numeral. Okay, so now your next rule is that if smaller number is written on the right side of the bigger number, okay, then the smaller number is always what? Added. Okay, for example, if we write vi, that is v means 5, okay, and 1 means I means 1. Understood? V means 5, I means 1. That here we are adding. Why? Because smaller number which is written on right side, that is I, is written on right side of V. So these numbers are added. So we get 6 here. Okay. Now let's second example, xi. I is smaller than x. I means 1 and x means 10. So here we add both the numbers. 10 plus 1 we get 11. Third example, xxi. Okay. Here also I is smaller than x. So 1 times x means 10. Second times x means 10. Third, this I means 1. So 10 plus 10 plus 1 we get 21. This is the third rule. So now tell me, what about if a smaller number is written on the left side of greater number? Then the smaller number will always be subtracted. Okay. Let's see. That is the next rule. See here. If a smaller Roman numeral is written to the left of the greater Roman numeral, then the smaller number is what? Always subtracted from the greater number. Okay. Now let's take this example, that is IV. So here V is greater than I. Here I is written to the left side of V. Here I is smaller than V. So 5 minus 1. Here 5 is 1 is subtracted from 5. That we get 4 here. Now next example, Ix. Here I is smaller than X. So 10 minus 1 we get 9. Here XL. Here L is greater than X. Or we can say that X is smaller than L. So L means 50 and X means 10. So 50 minus 10 we get 40. Okay. Also here also symbols V, L and D are never subtracted. For example, we write Vx. We can't, it is meaningless because we can't write this as 10 minus 5. It is invalid. Okay. So we can't write. They are never subtracted. So students, this is all about rules of Roman numeral system. So now, did you think about bigger numbers? How to represent, what are the symbols of these bigger numbers? That for example, if we take 100, then 500, then 1000. Yes, there are symbols for this. As you know that I represent 1, V represent 5, X represent what? 10. Similarly, L represent 50. Okay. So for after L, next symbol is C. C represent 100, D represent 500, M represent 1000. So take the screenshot of this table. You have to make this table in your copy. So students, from these rules, okay, we get I means 1, double I means 2, triple I means 3, IV represents 4, V represents 5, VI represents 6, VII means 7, V triple I means 8, IX means 9, X means 10 as you know very well, double X means 20, triple X means 30, XL means 40, L means 50, LX 60. This is about some Roman numerals that we studied. Okay, now we take one or two examples how to represent Roman numerals of the given number. Students, suppose we are taking 69 as a number, we have to write this number in Roman numerals. So how will you write 69? 69 can be written as 60 plus 9. Okay, so is there any symbol for 60? No, but there is a symbol for 9. So what about 60? So we know that 60 can be written as 50 plus 10. Okay, plus 9 as it is. So for this, how to write the Roman numeral for this? So 50 plus 10, as you know that you have studied the rule which if the smaller number is written to the right of the greater numeral, then we have to add. So for 50 there is symbol X, for 10 there is symbol for 50 there is symbol L, for 10 there is symbol X. So we write 50 plus 10 as LX. For 9 there is, which symbol is there? IX. So LX plus IX, we get LX IX. So this is the representation in Roman numerals of 69. So now let's take 98. So 98 can be written as 90 plus 8. So is there any symbol for 90? No. So which number is nearer to 90? 100, because for 100 there is Roman numeral. We can represent 100 in Roman numeral. Okay, so 100 minus 10 we get 90 plus 8 as it is, because there is symbol for 8. So here we use fourth rule, that is if smaller Roman numeral is written to the left of greater Roman numeral, then we have to subtract that smaller. So we write here X first and C second, plus as it is, then 8 is represented as VII. So we can write here as XCVII. So this is the representation for 98.